All right, who is Sarunas Jackson? Yo, we got another case here of in the DMs and text messages gone wrong. Fellas, let me just say this before we even get started and reading these crazy messages that's about to come across your screen. Fellas, listen, nigga, pull out. If you don't take no other advice from this channel, men, I'm talking to the men. Pull out. Stop nutting in these women's vaginas and then being surprised afterwards at the result. Pull out. You can do it. You can do it. I know in the moment it may feel like it's an impossible task. You in there and it's feeling crazy good. You caught up in the moment. But I want you for a second to allow your life to flash before your very eyes and understand that everything that's about to happen afterwards, pull out. Y'all be knowing y'all don't want to get these chicks pregnant, man. And y'all still shoot the club up. Why? Why? Anthony Edwards, why? Y'all be knowing y'all don't want no future or see no future with these women. They was here for the moment. You bust them down. That's all they was there for. And you still decided to make a life-altering, permanent decision. Permanent. You can't take this back. No take backs. It's her body, her choice. Which means that even if you don't want the baby, if you don't want nothing to do with the baby, you still liable and responsible for it. Now, the lies that this man told, listen, let me tell y'all, the way that he tried to get this shit off is egregious, y'all. All right? Like, I know he's an actor. For those that don't know who Sarunas Jackson is, I remember him from watching Issa Rae's show. Okay? Insecure. That's where I remember him watching. So a lot of you probably know him from Insecure, but he's been on a host of other TV shows and in movies or whatever. He is a Hollywood actor and screenwriter, right? Or a writer. I ain't gonna say screenwriter, but he's a writer as well, right? So you all may have recognized him from Insecure, which has been believe has been his most notable or well-known, production film as far as in the industry goes. But these actors, man, these Hollywood actors, stars, NBA stars, athletes, y'all gotta pull out, bro. The stuff that he just tried to get off in these text messages is wild. Without further ado, let's just get right into it, man.
I really got no saying there. I guess I was just trying to ease the situation for me when I'm kind of breaking this news to people, family, and I just I guess wanted to get your thoughts of if you would be opposed if, we just kind of presented like it was just like a mutual agreement that didn't have no prospects for real. And we were just like, yeah, because I just don't want to be breaking this off on something. I did have to break it down. I did have to break it for her. And I did tell her that didn't go well. So, as you can imagine for sure. But, just the timing was all weird. The timing was all, it was just the timing. It wasn't like nobody did anything wrong. It's just the timing.
What story did you go with?
What'd you say?
I said, what story did you go with?
Oh, shit, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, yeah, we had an agreement. I gave my sperm and everything like that, boom, boom. So I told her, but it wouldn't matter, but I was gonna be right. I really got no saying there. I guess I was just trying to see.
Yo, before we continue, fellas, y'all gotta stop setting yourself up for failure, man. You gotta stop putting yourself in a position to where you could be recorded and have this audio leaked not only to the girl that you didn't want to find out about this, but the entire world. Why would you, as a well-known actor, walk into this moment and do anything, talk about anything over the phone? She recorded the whole thing and she walked him right into it. She was like, what story? Yeah. Okay. Because understand what's happening here. I've never heard this from a dude. I've never heard no nigga try to get this shit off. All right, listen. This is what he tried to say. He tried to tell his girl that another woman who popped up pregnant, the only reason she popped up pregnant is because he froze his sperm 4 years ago. He froze his sperm 4 years ago, and he just unfroze them, and that's how she ended up pregnant with his kid, because they unfroze the sperm, and he's a donor to this woman. Listen, hey, I gotta give him on creativeness 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 on creative, on being creative in the moment. I've never heard no nigga try to get this off ever in my life. This is crazy. All right, let's read it though. And she walked him right into it. She was like, "Oh yeah." She was like, "What story did you tell her? What story did you go with?" And then proceeded to out his ass to the world. Fellas, y'all gotta be a little bit more intelligent. Don't get caught up in the coochie. And both of these are the women right here. They're both beautiful. They're both beautiful women. Anyway, says woman Sarunas Jackson allegedly impregnated, posts voice recordings of him and text between her and his ex-girlfriend Brittany. Tells her, "Would you be opposed if we presented like this was a mutual agreement? The timing is just real weird." Was it real weird when you was nutting off up in her? Was it real weird when you was skeeting up the club? Was it real weird then? Accountability. This is what she had to say. "I'm normally not into airing people out like this, but people need to be held accountable for their actions and lies. Enjoy." Wow. So this is Sarunas Jackson. They said this saga is spiraling out of control. Here are the receipts. Tesha dropped voice recordings and text messages detailing her interactions with Sarunas and even an exchange she had with his ex, Brittany Bell. In one of the recordings, you can clearly hear Sarunas and Tesha having a convo about how they're going to break the pregnancy news to people. Sarunas basically admits he has no say in the matter. It's her decision whether to keep the baby, and suggests they should at least mutually agree on how they announce it. Oh, he ain't want that baby. He ain't want that fucking. There's no way. It's just that he realized it's her body, her choice. But if he had a choice, that baby would be on the next train smoking. But anyway, says, but wait, gets crazier. It gets juicier, that says. Sarunas also tells Tesha that he did come clean to Brittany, telling her he donated to Tesha. In the text exchange between Brittany and Tesha, Brittany straight up asked if Sarunas was Tesha's sperm donor. And Tesha's response, "Do I look like I need to have sperm artificially inserted in me?" Well, I mean, y'all do get older. I know y'all don't think it, but y'all do get older. Tesha also mentioned to Brittany that she's in her 40s and this was her last chance to have a child. Text between Sarunas and Tesha suggests that when they linked up, Tesha wasn't even trying to hook up with him. She was allegedly trying to sleep, while Sarunas was the one making moves. Oh, stop! Can we just stop? Yo, don't bring that bullshit up. Yeah, y'all women, y'all gotta be stopped, yo. I was just trying to go to sleep on some dick, yeah. Stop lying, yo. We too old for this. We are too old for you to be lying, for you to be telling these teenage stories about how you just went over there. I just wanted to cuddle, man. Cut that shit out, bro. Cut it out. Anyway, let's get to the messages. DM exchange between Brittany and the woman Sarunas allegedly impregnated. Here we go. She says,
"Did you go to a surrogate and freeze my boyfriend Sarunas' sperm, or did he fuck you?"
She responds, she came to her like a woman, right? Ain't that what y'all say? I'm coming to you like a woman. Anyway, she responds and says,
"I didn't feel inclined to respond based off how you decided to reach out, but I'm not in the business of protecting males that lie on me. Do I look like I need to have sperm artificially inserted in me? A surrogate carries a baby for someone else. Since you seem misinformed about surrogacy, think twice before you come at another woman with some bullshit and lie like that. Have a nice day."
I'm sorry, bullshit ass lie like that. Have a nice day. But it continued.
"Wasn't my lie. That's what he told me. I wrote that message in a heightened emotional state. Not hard to imagine. I didn't mean surrogacy. He told me you've had his sperm frozen since 2021.
Hey, yo, this nigga is good, man. As ridiculous as this is, I gotta give him his props. He was thinking outside the box on this one.
He told me you've had his sperm frozen since 2021 and recently decided to unfreeze it without his knowledge and were waiting to see if you were pregnant. He was my boyfriend since 2021, so this news was jarring for me. I eventually got him to show me your text thread and clearly saw that you, in fact, were not pregnant via his insane story. Sarunas is a habitual liar and a physical abuser. I thank God this has all happened, and I get to walk away from him no strings attached. Blessings on your new journey.
Oh, she's throwing shade like a motherfucker. Blessings on your new journey. We all know that she don't really mean that shit. Blessings on your new journey really means fuck you, have a nice life. She responds, said he
called and told me to ignore you if you message me, but I didn't even see the message till days later. I was more so shocked that you believed his story and didn't want any parts in the back and forth with you. We've only had sex twice last year, once in March and then in December, which is when I got pregnant. I would never freeze his sperm, so for him to make me out to be desperate is crazy. I didn't even want to have sex with him.
Oh my God. Yo, you about to lose me now. You didn't want to do it? Yeah, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. Stop, cut that shit out, man.
I didn't even want to have sex with him. I was sleeping. He kept trying. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure what text thread you saw, but you can see in my responses that I wasn't giving him the energy that I was interested in pursuing anything further. From what I knew of him, he wasn't with anyone. So hearing that you guys have been together since 2021 is very new to me. I'm not into tearing women down, so I'm sorry you had to find out the way you did.
At least she's being cordial about it, even though she's lying through her fucking teeth. At least she's being nice about it, right? She's engaging, she's answering all the questions, and she's not being rude about it. This is rare, I'm telling y'all right now. She responds,
I didn't believe his story. That's why it got so heated. You can ask blank, but I'm sure he'll just lie for Sarunas. Blank knows me very well and of our relationship. The only reason he showed me your text was because he hit me, and I threatened to call the police if he didn't open his phone. I've dealt with his lies for so long and women DMing me and etc. for too long. But this lie was just so insane. I don't know how and when he finds the time because he was with me 24/7. If he wasn't traveling to see his daughter or filming.
Listen, ladies. A nigga that want to cheat is gonna find time. I'm sorry, I don't know who told y'all different. A nigga that wants to cheat, there is nothing you can do to stop him. You could think that you got him tagged. You could think that you got his schedule down packed. It don't matter. If that nigga want to step out, he gonna find a way to step out, and there's nothing you can do about it. Anyway, him hitting you, allegedly abusing you physically, and you still staying in the midst of all this is also crazy in itself, and it says a lot about you. Y'all gotta have higher standards. Why the hell are you allowing somebody to whoop your ass and you still sticking around talking about, let me see your phone and we'll call it even? Bitch, what the fuck are you talking? Are you insane? This whole mess is this entire trio is just trash. These are grown adults we talking about, y'all. These are grown adults we talking about. Anyway, let's continue.
I don't know how and when he finds the time because he was with me 24/7 if he wasn't traveling to see his daughter or filming. I don't tear women down either. And it just kept being proven that Sarunas paints all women to be crazy, liars, evil, and blah, blah, blah. He said you were 40 and this was your last attempt to have a baby. So that's why this was all happening.
God damn. He even came up with a reason for the lie. That's a pretty good reason. That's a pretty good lie. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Says,
LOL, I have no words, honestly. I'm just happy to be out of his Tubi movie of a life.
Says,
wait, this is a lot to process. LOL.
Ain't shit funny. I don't know why y'all LOL. Ain't shit funny about this. He said, I'm 40 and this is my last attempt. Laugh out loud. You can call me. Oh, she put her number in there. It's a lot. Oh, now when they started saying, hey, fellas, let me tell y'all something. Hey, yo, somebody contact Sarunas, let them know. If they start exchanging numbers and they about to talk on the phone, they willing to speak to each other, it's over. All lies are about to come out. You exposed. You out. You might as well go ahead, wave the white flag, tell these women everything they want. It's over. It is over. You cooked. Anytime they're willing to get on the phone and chop it up, it's a wrap. It's nothing you can do. It's nothing you can't save any of this. This is from Sarunas. Said, did we get to 28? This is text between Sarunas and the woman he allegedly impregnated. All right. Did we get to 28? Laugh my fucking ass off. Ha, we did not. LOL. I suck.
Says, I'm still mad at you.
It was good, though.
It was better than the first time, but it's still temporary, and I'm on a mission mentally. I was about to hit 4 months.
It was. So, this is her saying that she was trying to be celibate. She was trying to be, I'm assuming, she was trying to be celibate, and she allowed this nigga to hit. Okay.
Hey, I know you're out of town, but can you call me when you get a chance?
Okay. Everything okay? No, nigga.
I'm not sure how to answer that. I was trying to wait till you got back, but it's pretty important.
Okay. Damn. Give me a second.
Hey, I want to talk to you again when you have a minute.
Says, you still got an attitude? Says,
Nope. It's a new year, and I'm not falling for the okie doke again.
He says, what okie doke?
You know what okie doke I'm talking about. Come lay next to me so I can fall asleep.
Girl.
Put a finger down if you dated a F-list celebrity since 2021. You know, you guys had your back and forths on and off, but...
Hold on. Don't try to downplay this nigga now that you done got caught up in some bullshit. I hate when people do that. He wasn't an F-list celebrity when you was busting your legs open for him and cracking that coochie for him. He wasn't an F-list celebrity then, or if he was, you was cool with it. So don't try to insult him and throw insults now. I hate that. Don't be like that. Don't do that, because you was with it.
At the end of the day, you guys always came back to each other and talked about building a life and having kids, and you showed him unconditional love 24/7. You took care of his daughter like she was your own. Meanwhile, all of this stuff is going on. His brother had a baby and was dating a very, very, very famous child star actress, now adult, and they were going through their legal drama publicly, and her mother came out accusing your boyfriend of being an abuser, a narcissist, evil, every horrible thing you can think of. And all the while, he's in your apartment hiding from people serving him, like law papers serving him. He's crying in your apartment about how everyone's trying to put a finger down.
You allowed it, though.
Say that his character is like they've got him all wrong and none of these things are true, and because you're so in love with this guy, you believe every single thing that he says. He's been manipulating you this whole entire time. Flash forward to end of 2024, December 2024. You finally get tired of all of the back and forth, the up and down, the highs and the lows with this guy, so you write him an email that basically says, I cannot do this any longer. Please leave me alone. I don't want the family that we discussed. I know that it's going to happen eventually. It's going to happen separately. Go on with your life. This is just too much for me. He calls you. Why did you send that email? You go, it's pretty self-explanatory. So he basically tells you, let's work on us. Like, let's try again. Like, I see a future with you. All of these things convince you all over again. And because you love this man deeply, you agree. Say that his character is like they've got him all wrong and none of these things are. Now you're hanging out, and now it's the top of 2025. It's January, and you're thinking, okay, we're working together. Like, this is the love of my life. No relationship is easy. Whatever. He wants to be here. I want to be here. Cool. We start watching a show one day, and we're watching this TV show, like a medical TV show, and there's a child that comes in to get an abortion. And I look at him and he looks a little funny. So I'm like, are you okay? Like, is the show too queasy? He pauses the TV and tells you, I have to tell you something. Immediately, you start to shake and you feel sick to your stomach because the only thing this man could possibly tell you after all of his cheating and lying and scamming and everything else he's done is that he has a new baby coming. Ding, 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 ding. That's exactly what he told me. Except for he said back in 2021, he gave his sperm to a sperm bank to this woman. She froze his sperm since 2021 and then randomly decided to unfreeze it without his knowledge and insert it in herself. And now you're hanging out and now it's top of 2025. It's January. Now she was waiting to see if she was pregnant. Mind you, I've been with this man since 2021 and he's never mentioned such thing because it is a lie. This man is such a liar that he couldn't even fess up and say, hey, when we were broken up for 3 days, I went and I had schmegs with someone else. And all of these things, then he resorts to hitting you. And this was not the first time. This was the second.
All right, that's enough. So now you talking about now he's been physically violent. You didn't have a problem with it being an F-list celebrity before you decided to crack them legs open for him, and you didn't have a problem with him beating your ass apparently because you was still with him talking about he was the love of your life. Yo, we got to get ourselves together, man, to where we have to understand that you're worth more than somebody beating your ass, and that you think that this is supposed to be the person you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with. You talking crazy. You way too old for this shit, and a lot of y'all need to grow the hell up. Anyway, drop a comment down below. That's the end of this whole fucking scenario. Let me know what you think about it, and I'll holler at y'all in the next one. She was kind of cute too. That's unfortunate. Beautiful lady. Holler at y'all later.